People like you deserve to be at the bottom your whole life. She said it in public, then laughed, and patted my face like she was bestowing dignity. People around glanced sideways, some looked down, afraid to speak. I did not respond, just stood straight, arms naturally at my sides. A few days later, she sat on the bench in the police station corridor. Clothes disheveled, handcuffs leaving red marks, wrists swollen and shiny. Eyes puffy, lips trembling, unable to speak a complete sentence. She rubbed the handcuff chain, fingertips turning white. I walked over, head held high, observing her collapse like watching a long overdue apology. No words, just quietly watching. 3 years ago, I first met Lauren at a tech conference cocktail party. The room noisy, she moved between tables, scanning everyone until her gaze rested on me. Smiling, she held out her hand. Hi, my name is Lauren. I shook her hand. Hi, I am Alex. She nodded and pulled me to a high table by the window. How long have you been attending this conference? She asked, picking up a glass of red wine. First time. She laughed lightly, turned to greet someone nearby, then returned her eyes on the badge on my hand. The most boring person at this table is you, she half joked. I shook my head. Then she said, let's make tonight less boring. We talked all evening. She described a short trip to the beach, the dinner arrangements, saying she would plan the schedule. I paid the bill. She smiled at me. You are so kind. After outlining the trip, I noted the expenses, making sure everything was accounted for. She picked up her phone, posted the plan on social media, tagging me our trip arrangements. I confirmed the posts and she nodded, satisfied, putting down her phone. When I moved into the downtown apartment, she helped arrange furniture. I did the lifting and organizing. She directed me to place the table by the window and fix the bookshelf against the wall. I moved the furniture, checking weight balance. She checked every drawer, labeled books, files, decorations, directing me to categorize them. Her car broke down several times. She whispered it broke again. I checked the repair bills and paid most of the costs. She looked at me, praising me for being thoughtful. You always think ahead. Before the engagement, I went to the jeweler, picked a diamond ring, spending $15,000. She received the ring, happily posted photos on social media, writing our forever. I confirmed payment records, receipts, and bank statements, ensuring everything was legal and compliant. During wedding prep, she insisted on a high budget. I objected. She said, this is our future. I printed the budget sheet, marked every expense, and gave it to her for confirmation. She signed and marked agreed, keeping the budget record complete. Later, the yoga instructor Ryan appeared. She went to the studio every morning, came home excited. I noted her leaving and returning times compared with the class schedule. I mentioned she spent more time with Ryan. She snapped, you are hindering my growth. I documented the conversations, keeping timestamps and screenshots. 3 weeks ago, I came home early. The apartment was empty. Her gym bag contained condoms. I held them in my hand. She excitedly explained it was just yoga and Ryan. I said, GPS shows you at a motel 5 miles away. Her face stiffened. She exploded, I am with Ryan, no longer need you. She smiled, saying, after 3 years of enduring your boring life, this BMW is my new life. I said nothing, just quietly observed. She picked up luggage, started packing. Ryan is waiting outside. I called my friend Mike, confirmed the BMW was leased. He said 2 weeks until expiration. I sorted receipts in the apartment, found motel bills and underwear I had never seen. Her sister drove to move some belongings. I showed her text messages. She stopped. Pointing to receipts, she said, the clothes are mine. I photographed the receipts and saved them in a folder. I called Mike, sent the lease agreement to Lauren. She was shocked. Phone and messages blew up. She accused me of fraud. I said, enjoy your trip. I kept message records, emails archived. Ryan came to see her, angry, you deceived her, that is unfair. I said she cheated, keeping the car is not my problem. Her mother called, yelling I humiliated her daughter. I said the embarrassment is on her for cheating. The BMW was repossessed. I confirmed the repossession records, signed documents, verified the car returned. Lauren caused a scene at 3 dealerships. Security removed her. She tried to report to police. The officer checked the lease and left. I kept copies of police records. On social media, she complained about fraud. Netizens revealed her affair. I screenshotted all comments, archived them. She sent a PDF invoice demanding $100,000. I changed all passwords, cancelled her gym membership. She sent a wedding invitation. I said I am busy, not attending. I photographed and archived the invitation. Ryan tried to take a loan using the BMW. The bank saw it was leased and laughed. He called cursing. I said get to work or take the bus. I screenshotted the call records, archived them. Friends supported me, some neutral. I ignored. Lauren cried in my office, demanding a car. Security escorted her out. The wedding was cancelled 2 weeks later. The BMW repossessed, she screamed. On social media, she mistakenly tagged Ryan's ex. The ex exposed Lauren cheating. Screenshots. I screenshotted posts, archived them. Ryan asked me to take her and I refused. She sued me, demanding $55,000. Lawyer friends looked at the lease, laughed. She had no evidence. Court presented lease agreement and text messages. Lauren admitted cheating. Judge dismissed claims, ordered return of the ring or payment of $15,000. She tried to submit a fake ring, verified not original. Wages garnished 75% monthly to repay. Ryan moved back with his ex. Lauren moved to her mother's work, 2 jobs. She texted, you ruined my life. I said no, you did it yourself. I kept message records. Friends joked, BMW operation. New girlfriend saw receipt, laughed. I hung it in the office. Reminder, sometimes best revenge is letting them face consequences. Sitting at my desk, organizing emails, drinking coffee, contracts and receipts neatly arranged. Sunlight spilled across desk, casting shadows. Calls and messages vibrated. I ignored. Mother and Ryan messages occasionally flashed on screen. I continued working. Contracts and receipts on desk proved every fact. Social media comments screenshotted and archived for evidence. Every message reminded me of past patience and restraint. I checked bank statements, confirmed BMW lease completed as agreed. Ryan occasionally came to office, brief chats, still angry about Lauren cheating. I remained neutral. Friends joked, I smiled without comment. Updated passwords, controlled gym and subscription access. Lauren tried to contact, blocked, unable to interfere. Wind moved leaves outside office window. I sat by the window looking at distant buildings. Recalling her arrogance and provocations, now only amusement. Small claims and lawyer dealings resolved smoothly, disputes settled. Ring returned or payment received per agreement. She tried fake ring, verified not original. Wages garnished per court order. Ryan moved back with ex. Lauren moved to her mother work, 2 jobs. Friends group laughed at evidence. I hung office door, reminder never be provoked. Sorted bills, documents, emails, living according to plan. Freedom like morning sun through the window, warming my body. Lauren's attempts to interfere controlled by system. Sitting in chair by window, deep breath, feeling calm.